All right, call the meeting to order.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided and published in the Asbury Park Press and the Ocean Star on January 16, 2026. Copies of the agenda were provided to the newspapers, posted on the public bulletin boards, and on the Township website.
Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Here.
Councilman Menachino.
Here.
Councilwoman Reno.
Here.
Councilman Cohen.
Here.
Councilwoman Travers.
Here.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Here.
President Feynman.
Here. At this point, I'd like to invite troop number 61165 to come on up and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. Thank you. Please be seated. Well done.
Good job, girls. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And is there a motion and a second to approve the minutes from March 24th, 2026?
Motion. Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Reno.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. Thank you. At this point, I'd like to invite Mayor Crate and Deputy Chief Drew to come up to the lectern. I believe we have some police officers here.
Stand up and something. Oh, all right, forget. Good evening. First thing I'll do is apologize for the air conditioning being so strong. I'm sure you guys are all freezing. But tonight's a very exciting night for Brick Township Police Department as we swear in 8 new officers. I'd be remiss if I did not give thanks to the mayor, the council, and the business administrator for the continued support of our department. First up tonight is Katie LaPointe, badge number 363. Come up, Katie. Are you coming? I'm coming. Yeah, come on. Katie LaPointe, badge number 363. Katie LaPointe is a lifelong resident of Brick Township. Katie LaPointe graduated from Brick Memorial High School in 2020. She then went on to graduate from High Point University in 2024 with a Bachelor of Science in Psychology and a Criminal Justice minor. Katie LaPointe began her law enforcement journey as a Brick Township SLEO 1 in 2025. She will begin training at the Ocean County Police Academy class number 126 on April 24th, 2026. Katie LaPointe is accompanied by her mother, Beth LaPointe, and her father, Ray LaPointe. Ray LaPointe has served with the Brick Township Police since 2005.
Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of police officer according to the best of my ability. And I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people, so help me God.
photo real quick. Okay. Ray?
Was this in the way? Was this in the way? I don't know if it was in your guys' way. Next up is Zachary Meany, badge number 364. All right, Zach. Come on up. Is that everybody? Zachary Meany has been a resident of Brick Township for 12 years. He graduated from Point Pleasant Borough High School in 2018. Zachary then went on to graduate from Ocean County College in 2021 and continued his education at Mom's University, graduating in 2023 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Homeland Security. Zachary Meany began his law enforcement journey as a Point Pleasant Beach SLEO 1 and SLEO 2. He graduated from the Ocean County Police Academy in February 2025. He will begin his FTO training with Brick Township Police Department in May of 2026. Zachary Meany is accompanied by his mother, Jennifer Barnes, father Chris Meany, stepfather Chris Pritcher, and girlfriend Brittany Capriotti.
Impartially and justly. Perform all the duties. Of the office of police officer. According to the best of my ability. And that I solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And that I will bear. True faith and allegiance to the same. And to the governments. Established in the United States. And in this state. Under the authority of the people. So help me God.
Riley LaFay, badge number 365. Hey, nice and cool, Riley. Good. Congratulations. Anybody else coming? Okay. Riley LaFay is a lifelong resident of Brick Township. Riley LaFay attended Ocean County Vocational School from 2018 to 2022. Riley studied at the Academy of Law and Public Safety before graduating in June of 2022. Riley then went on to graduate from Stockton University in 2025 with a Bachelor of Arts in Criminal Justice. Riley began his law enforcement journey as a Brick Township SLEO 1 from 2023 to 2025. Riley began training at the Ocean County Police Academy in November of 2025 and will graduate in May of 2026. Riley LaFay will begin his FTO training with the Brick Township Police Department in May of 2026. Riley is accompanied by his mother, Lori LaFay, and his father, Brian LaFay. Congratulations.
I'm trying to help you out. I state your name.
I, Riley LaFay,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
and that I solemnly swear
and that I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same
true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
And then we do, sign, make it official. Here, we'll get a picture. Let's get the center. You're gonna be the center. Mom, why don't you get next to him, and then Dad, we'll get on the other side. Sure. And then we'll be. There we go.
Next up is Stephen Albanese Jr., badge number 366. Stephen Albanese Jr. is a lifelong resident of Brick Township. He attended Red Bank Catholic High School, graduating in June of 2021. Stephen continued his education at Georgian Court University, graduating with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice in May of 2025. Stephen Albanese started his law enforcement career as a Special Law Enforcement Officer 1 with the Point Pleasant Beach Police Department in 2022. Stephen transferred to Brick Township, continuing as a SLEO 1 in March of 2023 until being sworn in today. Stephen is accompanied by his father, retired New Jersey State Police Trooper Stephen Albanese Sr. Congratulations, Stephen.
Here. There we go, that's better. I state your name.
I, Stephen Albanese,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
And I solemnly swear
I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same
true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Next up is Andrew Farnkoff, badge number 367. I graduated with his parents, so a little bit extra. Andrew Farnkoff is a lifelong resident of Brick Township. He graduated from Brick Memorial High School in June of 2022 and went on to attend the College of New Jersey from 2022 to 2024. Andrew began his law enforcement career with the Seagirt Police Department as a Special Law Enforcement Officer Class 1 in May of 2024. He later attended the Ocean County Police Academy from September of 2024 through February of 2025, graduating as a SLEO 2 and continuing his service with the Seagirt Police Department. He will begin field training, officer training with the Brick Township Police Department in May of 2026. Andrew is supported by his family and loved ones, including his mother, Kathleen Farnkoff, his father, Joseph Farnkoff, his brother, Matthew Farnkoff, and his girlfriend, Tess Witter.
That works. There you go.
I, Andrew Farnkoff,
Solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
And that I solemnly swear
and that I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same
true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Are we still on you? Oh, no, no, no.
You gotta step right out, Hank, right out. Are you official signing here? All right, you're gonna be center. And then the front by your family, and then he's gonna do bookings. You got it? Congratulations.
Next up is Anthony Fernino, badge number 368. I mean, they don't resemble each other. How you doing, sir? All right. Anthony Fernino is a lifelong resident of Brick Township. He graduated Brick Township High School in June of 2018. Anthony began his law enforcement journey as a Belmar Police Department SLEO 1 from April of 2019 to October of 2021 after graduating from the Monmouth County Police Academy. Anthony then worked... Want to put it up? Okay. Anthony then worked as a SLEO 2 for Neptune Township Police Department from October of 2021 to June of 2023 upon graduating the Monmouth County Police Academy. Anthony went on to work as a full-time police officer and detective for the Rahway Police Department from June of 2023 until April of 2026. He will begin FTO training with the Brick Township Police Department in May of 2026. You guys got a bunch of people listed here. You want me to? Who's, all right, just mom and your dad? Anthony Fernino is accompanied by his mother, Lisa Fernino, and his father, Joseph Fernino.
you go, there you go, there you go. All right, now come on, make it official. Oh, whatever you feel in your heart. All right, and then we'll get a picture. That's coming there, wait.
How are you?
You guys want to do?
Yeah, get in.
There you go.
Nice and tight.
Okay. Next up is Mark McDermott, badge number 369. How are you, Mark? Mark McDermott is a lifelong resident of Brick Township. He attended Brick Memorial High School and graduated in 2020. Mark then attended Ocean County College from 2020 to 2022, graduating with a liberal arts degree. He then transferred to Rider University, graduating in 2025 with a Bachelor of Science degree in cybersecurity. Mark McDermott began his law enforcement journey as a Brick Township SLEO 1 from 2022 to 2024. He will begin his law enforcement training at the Ocean County Police Academy on April 24th, 2026. Mark McDermott is accompanied by his mother, Karen McDermott, father, Steve McDermott, and brothers, Steve and Matt McDermott. Tell them to come in.
Yes. Oh, wait, yeah, no. Oh, wait, right. Now you're messing me up. State your name.
I, Mark McDermott,
solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
And that I solemnly swear
and that I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same
true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Good job. That's okay. It's all on there. It's on the list, which is important. All right, let's do a picture.
Next up is Justin Iannarone, badge number 370. Nice to meet you. Justin Iannarone is a lifelong resident of Brick Township. He graduated Brick Township High School in June of 2019. Justin began his law enforcement journey as a Manilogan Police SLEO 2. He's currently attending the Ocean County Police Academy and will graduate in May of 2026. He will begin FDO training with the Brick Township Police Department in May of 2026. Justin's father, James Iannarone, badge number 163, is a retired Brick Township police officer. Justin's brother, Ty Iannarone, is currently employed as a sergeant with the Bayhead Police Department. Justin also has an uncle, Jay Amato, who is a New Jersey State Trooper. Justin Iannarone is accompanied by his mother, Lynette Iannarone, father, James Iannarone, brothers Tyler and Donovan Iannarone, and his sister-in-law, Daniela. There's no way I was remembering. Congratulations.
I, Justin Iannarone,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
of the office of police officer
of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
And that I solemnly swear
and that I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear
and that I will bear
true faith and allegiance to the same,
true faith and allegiance to the same
and to the governments
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Everybody who got sworn in, come on up.
Want us to be, we'll book it. Right? That sounds good. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. Should probably take like a 5-minute recess.
Any family want to come up?
I think we gotta take like 5-minute recess because they have to screen all the new people coming in.
Any brick officers here, please come up.
Retired or current?
Retired or current?
We can do on the dais too if you want.
Chief's not going up. Chief Ricky was not going up. He's just standing there. I know. Assuming it's something very important to do, hopefully. Oh, is it on the office? Oh. Yes. apologies. Hey, Jim. Oh, okay. Yep. Joanne, they were talking about doing it after the EMS because the EMS people have to come in.
She said give a 5-minute recess after EMS.
Right. No, that's what Vince said. Vince said you're going to do. No, after. That's from the EMS that we have to let in. I don't think we're doing the recess. I don't. He just talked to Joanne, so I guess they figured it out. No, I thought they were doing the 5-minute before the next presentation, and then their drug decided to do it after. I took it the other way.
About 5 years.
All right. Okay, and if we're ready to continue,
are.
we have two additional presentations. Mayor Crate, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I am very excited to have a proclamation here in honor of Public Safety Communicators Week, better known as our dispatchers. If I could have that group come on up here so we can celebrate you. Come on up. Oh, wait, okay. Thank you so much. The second full week of April is annually recognized as National Public Safety Telecommunications Week, honoring the dedicated men and women who serve as public safety telecommunicators. This observance raises awareness and fosters greater understanding of the critical role of telecommunicators play in public safety and emergency response. Dispatchers and public safety telecommunicators serve as the essential connection between residents and emergency service providers, ensuring swift and effective communication during times of need. These professionals consistently demonstrate excellence in service, working with composure, skill, and professionalism to protect life and property, even in the most challenging and high-pressure situations. Often working behind the scenes, public safety telecommunicators provide life-saving assistance by answering emergency calls, coordinating the dispatch of personnel and resources, and offering reassurance and guidance to individuals in distress. People call our dispatchers when they are in the greatest need. I'm sure often panicked, upset, concerned, worried, fearful, and all of our dispatchers are so professional. I'm so proud to have all of you working with us here in Brick Township. So the Township of Brick is proud to be served by a team of 23 full-time and 3 part-time dispatchers who provide around-the-clock coverage every day of the year, 24/7, every single day of the year, ensuring help is always just a call away. Therefore, I, Lisa Crate, Mayor of the Township of Brick, in the County of Ocean, in the state of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim the week of April 12th through April 18th, 2026, to be Public Safety Communicators Week in the Township of Brick, and I call upon all residents to join me in thanking and showing them our appreciation to the community's dispatchers for their dedication, professionalism, and exemplary efforts to assist us in all of our times of need. Thank you so much for all that you do. I like to offer. All right, we're going to arrange that. Recentering. All right, we are not quite done yet. Oh, what's this for? Oh, hold on. All right. It is also, we're also coming up next week on National Library Week. So if there's anyone here from the library, come on up. Oh, hello. Hi, how are you? Thank you. Did you want to speak anything? I can throw something out. Okay, perfect. So April 19th through April 25th is National Library Week, and as a former librarian, I love to celebrate this week. Libraries play an important role in the quality of life of a community as they provide citizens with a wealth of resources and information that can be used to enhance and enrich their lives. Libraries offer free and equitable access to books, digital resources, and innovative programs, ensuring that individuals of all backgrounds have the tools they need to learn, connect, and succeed. Libraries ignite creativity, inspire imagination, and promote lifelong learning by providing welcoming spaces where people of all ages can explore, discover, and grow. The residents of Brick Township are very fortunate to have the Brick branch of the Ocean County Library, which provides convenient access to valuable resources, services, and community programming. The Brick branch of the Ocean County Library joins libraries, librarians, and library staff nationwide in celebrating National Library Week under the theme, Find Your Joy. And I want to point out that our Brick branch of the Ocean County Library is wonderful about doing outreach throughout our community, going to community events, making sure that they're on hand so that people know what services that they offer in all different settings. They've been to the teen center, they've come to our community threads, they go to our green fair. They show up all the time at different places because they are a dedicated staff, and we are so lucky to have them here in Brick Township. So now, therefore, I, Lisa Crate, Mayor of the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean in the state of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim April 19th through April 25th, 2026, to be National Library Week in the Township of Brick, and I encourage all residents to visit the Brick branch of the Ocean County Library to explore its many resources and celebrate all the ways the library and its dedicated staff help our community find joy. Congratulations. Have you come over and say parade. Thank you so much.
Thank you once again. Every time I come here, I talk about how the Brick branch is the best library in the Ocean County Library System. And it truly is. I've worked in many. I've been a librarian for over 10 years, and the Brick branch is just amazing. We have a great friends group that helps us raise money. We do really fun programming. We have great kids programs. We just have a great staff that just wants to provide for the community. So please, if you haven't come and visited us in a while, come back out. We've got lots of stuff going on.
Great.
Thank you so much.
We're wrinkling. Hold on, we're wrinkling. Oh, here we go.
It's okay, I'm not ready yet either.
Oh, it's so hot in here. She's happy.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Are you going to be over there tomorrow?
I'm going to pop over for a little bit, so. Oh, you gonna be there? Yeah. Fantastic. Oh, great, thank you. Oh, we have to turn this around. Okay.
Thank you. Now, at this point, I would like to invite Ms. Bergen, Chief Riccio, and Deputy Chief Hank Drew to come join us at that table up there, and we're going to begin the presentations.
Start with me, right? First?
Yes, I have Ms. Bergen going first, so whenever you're ready.
Okay, thank you. So I apologize in advance. I have 12 budgets under my direct report, so this does tend to take a few minutes. So take a quick power nap, do whatever you feel is necessary. I've tried to keep it as succinct as possible, but it's a lot of departments. On behalf of all the departments and division heads represented in this report, thanks to our mayor and members of the Township Council for your ongoing support. I will go through the division budgets that are included under administration. There are 12 budgets and hundreds of line items. I'll first start with administration. Staff includes 4 full-time employees. We're the front line for all in-person and telephone inquiries that come to the township. We also track and ensure follow-up on all email inquiries that come through the website. Staff also handled 18,408 calls in 2025. Public relations, marketing, and special events are also handled by administration, including monitoring and updating of the township's website and social media sites, including Facebook and Instagram, preparation and dissemination of press releases, and oversight of Brick Township's PEG channel, BTV. We have won several awards for our efforts to keep the public informed. Staff also manages the Buy and Brick program, which continues to grow and benefit our taxpayers. There was $532,557.42 buy and brick sales, which are dollars processed in 2025. Resident tax savings last year was $33,713.39 with 55 participating businesses. Administration also manages constituent relations and publications such as advertisements, promotional materials, event flyers, and any other publications as needed. Administration manages the design and creation of our recreation brochure and senior booklet, reducing the overall cost by bringing this work in-house. Our public information officer sends out a weekly email newsletter and designs the annual print newsletter that is mailed to every home in Brick Township. Administration staff also provides support to municipal boards and commissions. Next areas I'll discuss are Mayor's Office and Council. The Office of the Mayor includes our mayor, one full-time staff member, and a part-time secretary. Mayor Crate is a full-time mayor and maintains office hours throughout the day and in the evening each week. Her active schedule includes regular meetings with groups and organizations within town, and she hosts many initiatives to engage the public, such as the tremendously popular Mayor's Minutes and Crate Conversations. The Mayor's Student Advisory Committee continues to engage young adults in activities and through the Brick Township Teen Center, a place for teens to connect with peers and mentors in a safe, positive environment. Through the Student Advisory Committee, staff also plans special events including the Longest Table, Hero Awards, Senior Prom, Brick Birthday Party, and also coordinates the Traders Cove Concert Series. In addition, there are numerous Teen Center special events throughout the school year, including Milkshakes with the Mayor, a Pie Day celebration, and work with the Township PBA on wrapping gifts as part of the Toys for Tots program. The mayor readily accepts all invitations to speak at older adult communities, social service organizations, schools, businesses, and wherever else she is invited. She promotes the township's interests and advocates for our needs at the state and federal level. In terms of the council's budget, the salary and wage budget remains flat. The council budget line item includes things like conferences, flowers for special events, plaques, nameplates, letterhead, business cards, presentation folders, publications, and miscellaneous office supplies. The council office is comprised of 7 council members and a full-time secretary who attends the council meetings along with the clerk. The council meets twice monthly for their meetings, and in 2025, they adopted 461 resolutions and 16 ordinances. Council members are very active in strategic planning and have working subcommittees including Business and Finance, Recreation, Land Use, Public Works, and Public Safety. They regularly attend and represent the township at a variety of community events and activities. Council budget include items like conferences for council members, flowers for special events, plaques, nameplates, letterhead, business cards, presentation folders, publications, and miscellaneous office supplies. The next report is for Purchasing Department. The Office of Purchasing and Contracting is a division within the Department of Administration and Finance. It's a responsibility of the Division of Purchasing and Contracting to conduct all purchasing, the acquisition of all goods and services, in accordance with the applicable laws of the state of New Jersey, more specifically, the local public contracts law. In 2025, the Purchasing Office processed 4,348 purchase orders, 30 bids for goods and services, 25 professional service requests for proposals, 18 capital bid projects, 1 competitive contract, 25 purchases over the bid threshold, 8 national cooperative purchases, and 18 formal quotes. The above tasks were accomplished by an office staff of 4. The office also oversees central receiving mailroom, which includes 1 additional staff member. He has processed approximately 46,000 pieces of mail, plus delivery of approximately 11,000 pieces of mail to the post office for bulk mail projects such as tax delinquent notices. He delivers mail packages and supplies through the municipal complex and all off-site locations and manages central receiving in the stockroom. Postage encompasses approximately 94% of their operating budget. This line item includes postage for all departments and divisions' outgoing mail, property tax bills, homestead benefit adjusted bills for the second quarter, estimated third quarter, final tax bills, and added omitted assessment tax bills. Delinquent tax notices mailed after each quarter, tax sale notices, post-tax year income statements mailed every January, Chapter 75, the tax assessment notification, which is mailed every January, the township newsletter mailed to every resident in town, beach badges via registered mail when requested by the purchaser, certified and registered mail priority, and overnight packaging. An additional line item in the operating budget is $2,500 for conferences and education. 4 staff members are registered as registered public procurement specialists in the area of public procurement through Rutgers Educational Program, and 1 is also certified through the state as a qualified purchasing agent. These certifications are required to be maintained through continuing education by attending conferences and seminars. 2026 renewals are due for 2 employees' certificates and 1 employee's QPA certificate. The $1,245 budgeted for dues includes $500 membership dues for Stafford Township Cooperative Pricing System. The township uses this cooperative for the purchase of office materials, diesel fuel, natural gas, rock salt, and automotive parts, which provides greater savings to the township than if these services were procured through an in-house bid process. The additional membership dues are for the Government Purchasing Association of New Jersey and the Southern Jersey chapter of the National Institute for Governmental Purchasing for 4 staff members and 1 membership to the National Institute of Government Purchasing. Memberships in these associations provide discounted prices for seminars and conferences, as well as a resource for bid specs and pertinent purchasing information. Another line item in storeroom supplies at $3,000. Purchasing offices purchases and stocks frequently requested office materials and supplies requested by all departments. Items are purchased off the state, county, and Stafford Township Cooperative Pricing System contracts. On a quarterly basis, the purchases are totaled and charged back to each department's budget. Human Resources is next. The HR department manages all township employees, currently 427 full-time and 153 part-time seasonal. During the summer months, they coordinate all hiring and employee management for the approximately 150 additional employees. They create and institute HR policies and maintain compliance with state and federal laws. HR handles all employee training, including safety, the Employee Assistance Program, and other workplace training. All health benefits are handled by Human Resources. They coordinate with our brokers for contract proposals, renewals, rate changes, fee submissions, and compliance with federal guidelines. They handle required reporting as well as resolving claims issues. HR staff processes all liability claims with our insurance company. They ensure compliance with safety regulations and vendor insurance. HR reviews injuries, accidents, and incidents to evaluate for cause and act to prevent future occurrences. Highlights and accomplishments from 2025 include the continued development of the UKG payroll and HR system. They completed supervisor training, continued medical claim oversight, employee policy update, completed biannual anti-harassment training. Projects for 2026 include continued adjustments to UKG, Horizon oversight, specialized supervising training, providing the coaching and maintenance vehicle operators training for all Public Works employees, utilizing the new projector to make training more accessible in all locations, instituting a new program to provide optional benefits, and streamlining FMLA and FLA tracking. The next department is the Township Clerk. Our municipal clerk serves as Secretary of the Municipal Corporation, Secretary to the governing body, Chief Administrator Officer of Elections, and Chief Registrar of Voters. Our clerk also serves as Registrar of Vital Statistics and Ethics Officer. The clerk's office is comprised of 4 full-time staff members, including our clerk, our assistant clerk, 2 full-time clerks, and a part-time clerk. The assistant clerk and township clerk hold registered municipal certifications. 4 staff members hold the certified municipal registrar certifications. These are required to be maintained through the continuing education by attending conferences and seminars. In addition, every staff member is a notary public. 2 are fluent in English and Spanish, which has become increasingly important as the demand for translation services continues to grow. All of our vital statistic forms are available in English and Spanish, and most applications are accessible through our website. In 2025, the Township Clerk's Office issued over 1,400 licenses, permits, and services totaling $207,156.37, and 962 pet licenses totaling $19,800. The Office of Vital Statistics, which includes all records of births, deaths, and marriages, issued almost 4,000 certificates and 371 marriage applications totaling $48,236. Additionally, the office has collected $15,008 in tourism fees and processed 1,939 Oprah requests. Some other functions they perform for residents but do not charge a fee for include 273 landlord registrations. They manage the township's Do Not Knock registry and notarization of all types of documents. The office also handled over 11,000 phone calls. The office organizes and works annual events such as the elections and the rabies clinic. The Division of Archives, which manages and preserves township records, has a staff of 3 full-time employees, an archivist who holds state and federal records management certifications, and 2 clerks. One clerk is assigned to police records but is working on a large police scanning project in archives. The division manages 1.2 million files in 26 databases. To date, they have scanned over 9.8 million pages of documents, including scanning work performed by an outside vendor. They also received authorization and destroyed 6 tons of records and received 171 boxes from the various departments. For 2026, they will continue with digital imaging, train, and prepare for disaster recovery. The operating budget for the clerk's office includes archives, and that totals $32,600. Advertising, which is for all departments, and codification of the township code being the largest line items, and legislation is what drives those 2 line items. We have started posting all our legal notices on our township website, so we are anticipating a considerable savings on that line item moving forward. The township spends almost $10,000 annually on advertising. Additionally, the archivist would like to take on another major backfiling imaging project this year for $5,000. Last year's project of payroll records dating back from the 1980s and prior was postponed for construction permits due to the backlog of these documents. We will be getting proposals for that project in the upcoming months. Imaging would free up space in the compact storage unit, and we do not have the resources to do this project in-house. Brick Township has 59,240 registered voters across 57 election districts in 23 polling locations. The operating budget for elections is the printing and mailing of the sample ballots for the primary election and a service administered by the county clerk but billed to the township. For 2026, we are requesting $14,000, which is an increase of $2,000 due to voter growth. There is not a salary line item associated with this budget. Next is our finance department, which consists of 5 full-time employees, 2 of whom are dedicated to payroll. Finance department also has 1 part-time employee. The finance department creates and signs all purchase orders. 4,348 were created in 2025, and checks, 3,285 in claims and manuals were created in 2025. They create the current, temporary, and adopted and capital fund budgets. They post budgets at the beginning of the year, and they do all transfers and closeout procedures at year end, creating all pertinent resolutions to process these. They agree receivables to tax reports, tie general ledger appropriations and reserves to budget reports, balance all interfunds, keep a cash flow analysis monthly, and tie all cash receipts and disbursements in entry Excel books to posted reports. They send out the W-9s and the W-2s at year end. They keep a township fixed inventory that is added to or deleted from as needed. They create cancellation resolutions for grants. They create Chapter 159s as needed and enters all new grants into Edmunds. At this time, there are 52 grants that are open. They analyze money in the capital budget to keep track of when a band sale is needed and when needed to roll into bonds, create supplemental debt statements, create cancellation resolutions when needed, input capital chargeback, create and sign all certificates of availability of funds, and enter all new capital ordinance into Edmunds. At this time, there are 53 ordinances that are open. They perform 40 bank reconciliations monthly, analyze 943 open escrow accounts, analyze 247 electric accounts, 52 water and sewer accounts, 27 natural gas accounts, and 32 telecommunication accounts monthly. All aspect of payroll processing, implement payroll into UKG, make changes to employee files that will need to be reflected in salary and wages, such as longevity and steps, when applicable, healthcare contributions, pensions, direct deposit information, court subpoena garnishments, etc. The township has kept its AA3 Moody's rating on all of its bond, long-term financing, and M1G1 on its short-term financing. Next up is data processing, the IT department. 2025, they worked on the following projects. They went live with the redesigned township website, www.bricknj.gov, upgraded the 911 system, installed a new wide format scanner and archives, replaced all of our Wi-Fi access points at Town Hall, DPW, and Civic Plaza, deployed over 90 computers, laptops, and tablets, upgraded more than 80 cell phones, installed additional cameras at Drum Point Sports Complex, Windward Beach, Ocean Beaches 1 and 3, Pinewood Park, and Cedar Bridge Manor Park. They ran wire and installed network data phone connections as well as security cameras and access control on most of the doors for the new operations building behind Town Hall. They replaced all of Recreation's credit card terminals and tablets used at beaches for collecting payments. They relocated senior service personnel to Civic Plaza and Town Hall during the flood. They blocked and filtered out over 600,000 malicious emails in 2025, keeping our network and computers safe from cybersecurity threats. They fielded over 3,000 help desk tickets. 2026, they plan to migrate and upgrade Police New World software to their hosted cloud enterprise, continued deployment of additional cameras to Civic Plaza, the Parks Department, Drum Point Sports Complex, the Ops Building, and Town Hall, Install cameras to the new senior services dialysis bus. Install 2 additional servers to expand storage and backup for the police body-worn cameras. Replace or deploy over 50 new desktop computers and more than 70 laptops and tablets, which include the deployment of a new transportation scheduling and routing system for the senior services buses. Replace 5 servers, including the email server. Replace old security cameras at several township parks, like Riviera, Herbertsville, and Arrowhead. Migrate the township network computer systems to a new domain, bricknj.gov, to coincide with the new township website deployed in 2025. Replace UPS battery backup systems in the IT department and phone room, which supply power to 90% of all servers and networking equipment. Deploy new IT management software for auditing, reporting, and managing servers and computers, and complete the police dispatch renovation. Next report covers both tax collector and tax assessor. Tax collector's 2026 budget request is a decrease. During 2025, the tax collector's office collected more than $296 million in payments through the office, more than $2.8 million in cash, $124 million in checks, and $168 million in electronic payments. In addition to regular collections, we sent out nearly 10,500 delinquent notices, handled more than 17,100 phone calls, and processed 80,000 in tax appeals. The tax assessor's office, with a staff of 5, oversees almost 32,000 residential, over 800 commercial, and over 1,100 exempt properties with a total assessed value of over $11.3 billion. Last year, they placed more than $65 million of added assessment value on our tax list. Part of their responsibilities include not only maintaining a record of specifics about a property, but also monitoring all deed recordings to assure that any changes in ownership are made in our public record. Implementing tax map changes, variance report for planning board meetings, and defense of state and county tax appeals are also duties of the tax assessor's office. Brick Township has approximately 2,200 residents receiving senior citizens or veteran property tax deductions, which the assessor's office manages on behalf of the Division of Taxation on a yearly basis. The tax assessor's office also maintains the records, correspondence, approvals, and denials of over 100 exempt properties, in addition to over 250 disabled veteran exemptions. A project that may affect 2026's budget is the ongoing work being done by CME Associates, tax map preparation for state acceptance for evaluation. The total work cost for this year is not yet known. Now on to senior services. 2025, we served 4,005 congregate meals to seniors between 2 locations 3 days a week, 1 day at the Brick Housing Authority and 2 days at the Senior Center. The meals were supplied by Meals on Wheels of Ocean County. Our senior center hosted some new events in 2025, including a presentation for the State of New Jersey Taxation Division to discuss new property tax relief applications, a stress release planning activity to celebrate Earth Day, Taste of Italy virtual tour and Italian lunch, numerous educational and health presentations related to senior wellness. We look forward to hosting new events this year, including senior dinner and a movie. Our outreach staff handled 1,283 requests for assistance, as well as annual screenings for approximately 130 seniors receiving Meals on Wheels. Our shuttle service continues to grow with 5 buses in our fleet. We are expanding our dialysis program to 2 shuttles, meeting the growing need for this vital service. We were fortunate to receive $35,000 in donations from participants, which was used to offset costs of these vital programs to the community. Grant funding for 2025 totaled $196,500 through the Ocean County Board of Chosen Freeholders. Area Plan Contract Grant Funding awarded Senior Services 2026 is $170,500 through the Ocean County Board of Chosen Freeholders. The last report, Municipal Court. The Brick Municipal Court is one of the largest of the 33 municipal courts in Ocean County. Annual filings for 2025 were $11,443, which is an increase from 2024 of 1,104 filings. This number consists of filings not only from the Brick Police Department, but also the State Police, the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office, Division of Fish and Wildlife, Department of Weights and Measures, Marine Police, Animal Control, Code Enforcement, Zoning, Building, and private citizens for any incidents occurring in the jurisdiction of Brick Township. Court sessions are held every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9 and 11 a.m. Currently, the first Wednesday, the second Thursday, and the second Monday of each month are in-person court sessions. All other court sessions are virtual via the Zoom platform. In addition, we hold an in-person mediation session the second Tuesday of the month at 9 a.m., and the second Monday, 9:30 a.m. court session is in person for code enforcement violations only. The staff consists of a deputy, a court administrator, 1 deputy, and 4 additional full-time staff members, and a part-timer. This concludes my report. Any members of the council or the public that would like to go into more details of this budget to welcome to make an appointment in my office. Thank you again for your support, and special thanks to the department and division heads who work so well in serving the public.
All right, well done. Thank you. Probably easier to say the things you don't do. So at this point, I'd like to open it up to council for any questions just on Ms. Bergen's presentation. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions, again, just on Ms. Bergen's presentation. Seeing none, close public. At this point in time, we'll move on to Chief Riccio's presentation.
Good evening, everyone. Established in 2006, the Brick Township Emergency Medical Services Division has been serving the residents of Brick Township for 20 years, this year being the department's 20-year anniversary. The division is currently staffed with 70 employees. That includes 1 director, 35 full-time, 27 part-time, and 7 seasonal EMTs. The division operates 11 ambulances, 3 specialty units, and is currently housed at 3 locations, Lanes Mill Road, Civic Plaza, and on Aurora Place in Lake Riviera. The EMS administrative offices, which are currently situated in Civic Plaza, will be moving to a new location in the Special Operations Building to the rear of Town Hall. In 2025, there were over 11,713 calls for service, the most the unit has ever handled in a calendar year. In addition to the variety of medical emergencies the division handles on a daily basis, a number of our EMS personnel are specially trained and act as tactical medics who train and respond with the police CERT team. Additionally, our EMS personnel provide services to the community, which include things like conducting child seat inspections and instruction in areas such as CPR, basic first aid, and the control of bleeding. Last year, we budgeted $2,800,000 for EMS salaries and $225,000 for overtime. This year, we are asking that $2,958,000 be budgeted for EMS salaries and that $200,000 be allocated for EMS overtime. The increase of salary budget considers contractual obligations, as well as the adding of 2 additional EMS supervisors and 2 senior EMT supervisors. The adding of EMT supervisors and senior EMT positions will reduce the span of control and allow for better oversight. In 2025, the EMS division spent $187,906.15 of the overtime budget. That's $37,093.85 less than what was budgeted. It should be noted that the scheduling of part-time personnel to fill openings on a shift is a policy we continue to utilize in order to reduce overtime costs. In 2025, the EMS operating budget was $358,700. Of that amount, $332,430.82 was expended, which is $26,269.18 less than what was budgeted. This year, we are asking that $371,800 be budgeted, which is a $27,150 increase. The majority of the increase is in anticipation of a rise in costs associated with medical supplies, expert services, which is our EMS billing, and maintenance contracts and added training. The cost to operate the EMS division in 2025 was $3,746,582.32, which included regular salaries, overtime, capital, and operating expenses. In 2025, the EMS division generated income from a number of sources, which was used to offset these costs. Income sources include $2,224,429.12 in medical billing, $5,277.50 in extra duty assignments, and $4,892 from a child seat inspection grant, for a total of $2,234,598.62. That concludes the budget presentation for the EMS department. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the hardworking men and women of the Brick Township Emergency Medical Services Department who render aid to our community around the clock 7 days a week. And of course, thank you to our mayor, members of the council, and our business administrator for your continued support. You are always ready and willing to provide the resources and equipment necessary to keep the EMS department fully functional and capable of providing our community with the absolute best emergency medical care. Thank you.
Thank you. Very impressive. At this point in time, I'll open it up to the council for questions just for Chief Riccio's presentation.
I have questions.
Councilman Cohen.
Chief Riccio, how many supervisors are there currently?
There are four, four supervisors, a chief and a deputy chief. So six.
Why, can you give me the reason that we need to add 2 additional staff members to a department that's already got 4 supervisors?
Yeah, because with the number of personnel we have, 70, the span of control is just too much.
We managed to handle it this past year. You said it's the most calls we've ever had. We managed to handle it with the current staffing level. And I'm not talking about EMTs here, I'm talking about supervisors.
Correct.
Again, is there absolutely a need to add 2 additional supervisors? Can
In
we
my-
not add 1?
In my opinion, that's what we need. I don't make the decision as to whether they get added, but in my opinion, that would be necessary for the amount of personnel that we have.
All right, in closing, let me just say that our EMS is amazing. I've seen them in action, unfortunately, with my own mom a few years ago. They are absolutely incredible. So, good job. But again, we need to look at the expenditures and could we do more with less and still provide the services? Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Reyna?
Yes, my question is, do you have any current vacancies or open positions?
Not for full-time, for part-time, we do.
And
So
is the-
part-time is fluid. I mean, they come and they go.
And is planned to fill them, and what is the number?
The number right now, I believe we have 27 part-time. We can hire up to 35.
And do those openings lead to any overtime?
They don't receive overtime. They fill our overtime spots, the part-timers.
So they save us overtime
Correct.
by having our full-time EMTs work overtime instead we use part-timers.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any additional questions from council? Seeing none, close council. Now we'll open up to public for questions just for Chief Riccio on his presentation. Seeing none, close public, and we're going to move on to the final presentation with Deputy Chief Hank Drew.
Yeah, no more yelling, right? Okay, go. Good evening. I'm pleased to present the 2026 budget for the Department of Public Safety. Our mission is vital, protecting the safety and well-being of every member of our community. Our department plays a crucial role in delivering essential services, including police operations, communication services, Class 1 special law enforcement officers, emergency management, crossing guards, and impactful community-focused programs like the Police Cadets, the DARE Initiative, Not Even Once program, our Community Emergency Response Team, and Neighborhood Watch. Our greatest asset is our dedicated team of 220 employees that consist of 139 sworn officers, 24 full-time and 3 part-time communication operators, 16 crossing guards, 17 Class 1 special police officers, 1 civilian deputy emergency management coordinator, 1 radio technician, 1 fleet maintenance worker, 14 full-time and 4 part-time civilian staff, staffed in police records and administrative functions. Together, this team handled 104,101 calls for service in 2025, 732 more calls over the prior year. This achievement reflects the hard work and commitment of our staff during the busiest year in the department's history. I am pleased with our 2025 operating results. Our department leaders have worked together and have implemented organizational changes that better allocated our resources to keep costs down. In the past 3 years, total police expenses were $2.5 million under budget, all while our department answered approximately 9,300 more calls for service. These outcomes highlight our ability to do more with less, an achievement we are proud of. We are a busy police department filled with employees dedicated to Brick Township. Let's now review the budget and highlight significant changes. The first area we will discuss is the main police budget. The salaries of our civilian administrative personnel are also included in this line item. This year, we are requesting $24,040,000 for regular salaries and $1.150 million for overtime, totaling $25,190,000. In 2025, we budgeted $25,100,400 and spent $25,082,713 on regular salaries and overtime. In total, salaries and overtime were $17,687 under budget. Although we do not anticipate a significant increase in overtime spending this year, we need to plan for unforeseen situations. The police supervision and command staff will continue to be conscientious of the need to reduce and keep overtime costs under budget. For the past 3 years, I'm happy to report that we have managed to keep overtime costs 11% under budget and remained $1.6 million under budget in salaries and overtime. We will look forward to continue that practice for years to come. The police general operating budget includes uniforms, firearms, equipment, training, accreditation, cadets, boat and bike equipment, and radio repair expenses. In 2025, we budgeted $330,850 and expended $301,250, $29,600 under budget. This year, we're asking for $350,650, an increase of $19,800 from what we budgeted last year, to address rising costs for critical items such as ammunition, radio system and infrastructure, and service plan, bulletproof vests and with outer carriers, and cameras throughout the town. The next area is Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officers. We currently have 17 Class 1 Special Officers who perform year-round park enforcement, traffic details, booking officers, municipal court security officers, and security for in-person township meetings, such as the Board of Adjustment, Planning Board, and council meetings. In 2025, we budgeted $357,000 in salaries and overtime and expended $330,700, $26,300 under budget. In 2026, we are requesting $330,000 in salaries and $10,000 in overtime, which is $17,000 less than budgeted in 2025. One other line item is the Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officers budget is for uniforms and equipment. In 2026, we are requesting $10,500, the same amount we requested last year. The next area we'll discuss is the communication operators, or the dispatchers. This year, we are requesting $1,765,000 for salaries and allocating $220,000 for overtime. It should be noted that last year we expended $137,835 less in salaries and overtime costs than what was budgeted. For operating expenses, which mainly covers training costs, we are asking for $6,100, which remains consistent with 2025. Excuse me, see a word of order. The next budget is emergency management. Last year, we budgeted $71,000 for OEM salaries. This year, we'll be allocating $74,000. It should be noted that a portion of these salaries is paid for by grant monies, which are received at different times throughout the year. The only other item in the OEM budget is $750 for training. The next budget is police vehicles. These monies are used in replacing aging vehicles which are used by the patrol division. In most cases, the older patrol vehicles, which are still serviceable, are repurposed in non-patrol units within the department. In 2025, we budgeted $428,250 for 6 patrol vehicles and spent $421,907. For 2026, the requested amount is $584,350 for 8 patrol vehicles. Last, we have discussed the crossing guards. Last year, we budgeted $525,000 in crossing guard salaries and overtime and spent $531,167, which is $6,167 over budget. In 2026, we're asking for $540,000 to be budgeted for salaries and $5,000 for overtime. It should be noted that during the summer months, there are approximately 30 seasonal crossing guards employed. For the operating budget, we are asking for $12,225 for uniforms and safety equipment such as traffic vests, jackets, lighted batons, and cones. In closing, I'd like to thank the mayor, council members, and the business administrator for your support. Your partnership ensures that we continue to lead as one of the nation's finest public safety departments. I also want to thank the officers in my department who work tirelessly to protect and provide outstanding service to our community. I'd also like to thank you guys for bearing with me tonight. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely. You were phenomenal. Deep breath. At this point, I'd like to open up to council for any questions.
I have a couple.
Councilman Cohen.
So Chief, as I asked Chief Ricky, we were 2.5 million under budget. Why are we asking for an increase above that? If we were able to do it, saving 2.5 million under budget, why can't we run this with the same budget we had last year?
I think, basically, the,
You never know.
one, we never know, we're also, we hired, the people we hired tonight, bringing us back up to where we were through attrition, through retirements and stuff like that, so I think the, reason to ask for that additional is to make sure we're covered. Hopefully we won't spend it. We're not
The 8
looking to
officers
spend
that we
everything.
hired tonight, and congratulations to those 8 officers. I think it's wonderful that people want to step up and do this job. Those 8 officers were not additional officers. They were already budgeted for, is that correct? So the money to pay them is already in the budget. So I still go back to my same question. We have got to fund our police department 100%. Okay, I think we want to have one of the most premier police departments in the entire state, and I know for sure in Ocean County. These
I
guys do an
agree.
amazing job. I've had the tour. I've seen the stuff they do. It's incredible what our police department is capable of doing. With that said, it's still my responsibility to look at budgeting and making sure that we are not budgeting more monies than what is really required. So it concerns me that we were 2.5 million under budget, why we're asking for money above that 2.5 million.
Public safety is something you cannot predict. So yes, you can predict your annual salary and wages, but you cannot possibly predict overtime. And this was not in 1 year. That 2.5 million was not in 1 year. It's over a few years.
Okay.
If you don't have the money in place and you have a major event at Windward, we were caught blindsided by an event at Windward over the summer that we had no budget for, but we had to do what we had to do and make sure everybody got there in and out safely. Those things happen all the time. So they have to have the resources available to them to make sure that they are responsive and not under budget or short money.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
I had a question also.
Yes,
Same
Councilwoman Reyna.
question. With the addition of the 8 officers tonight, does that fill all the openings, or are there any remaining?
It brings us up to 147, I believe we're at now, which is our number that we wanted to get back to. So,
Okay,
yeah,
thank you.
we're very happy with that.
So additional question, how many retirements do we have coming up?
I don't know if we have any that are on the books or scheduled yet at this time. I think every,
There's one I could think of that's several months out, one of our K-9 officers, but that's the only one that comes to my mind.
Again, a shout out to our police department. They do an amazing job. Absolutely amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions from council? Seeing none, closing council. Open to public for questions for Chief Drew on his presentation.
who we got?
Joe Lamb, 386 Wisteria Drive, Brick. Regarding the last question to the chief about the $2.5 million that was under budget, the thing is, that $2.5 million doesn't evaporate. It's still there in the town coffers to be used the next year. So, I mean, I don't see the concern about the $2.5 million. I understand that you're talking about an increase going forward for the next year. But whatever that increase is, again, if it's not utilized, it's going to come back in the budget. There are all kinds of line items, if you're familiar with the budget of this town, that from time to time it's not used. And so it goes back into the coffers. It's not lost. It doesn't go into outer space. So just keep that in mind. And the people of this town that pay taxes, I want them to be aware of that. All right, thank you.
Well done, thank you. I thought I saw another hand up there. Yes, Mr. Bacon.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and
Good evening.
the leadership. Thank you for your presentations, and thank you for your service in the town. A couple of questions, Deputy Chief. One of them you already answered. Our police force is 139. With the 8 officers, we're going to 147. Is
Yes,
that correct?
that's correct.
Something I've always been curious about in the town. What's the average number of patrol cars roughly per shift, would you say?
I mean, I'd have to pull up the staff. We have multiple shifts during the day, so we have
Correct.
a 5:45 in the morning that starts. We have additional officers coming at 12, at 3, at 5, and then our midnight shift comes in and covers until 5:45 in the morning. So, yeah, I mean, we could have 20, 25 cars. Would you say that's accurate, Jay? Right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
That's
So-
actually more than I thought.
Yeah, no, with the schedule that the officers work, with the, 4 and 4, we were able to implement offset hours that gives us greater coverage on the busier times of the day.
Got it. Thank you. This could really apply to all the different departments. Do we have organizational charts, a breakdown of all the departments that are available? 'Cause I know, Chief Riccio, you talked about a span of control. That always kind of interests me.
So we probably have one that we've used for some grants do require it, but
Mhm.
it's usually specific to the department that's requiring a grant. I don't know that we actually have one that's hung up on a wall.
I was just
somewhere,
curious,
but
you know.
Most departments have a supervisor. Some, like the clerk's office, have a deputy clerk or assistant supervisor. So chain of command is pretty easy to follow.
And we maintain a table of organization with our divisions, our units, and their supervision.
One other thing, this is just for, the presentations. Obviously, the public appreciates these. Is it possible to get the presentations ahead of time that you're presenting, or is that something that you typically wouldn't do?
Well, you can request it. We prefer that the council get a chance to review, and that goes out with the council packet, but you can certainly request it.
And when do they usually get it, right before this meeting, or?
Yeah.
So it is something available to the public?
I think it could be, I've provided it for folks that have asked me in the past, but
Okay.
I don't provide it until the council members have had a chance to review it.
All right, thank you. And the one last thing, I've been to a few board meetings, Board of Adjustment, planning boards. Is it possible to bring these up on the screen?
To bring
Like-
what up?
These presentations, when you're doing them?
Oh, for people just to look at us?
Yeah,
It's
what-
usually planning board or board of adjustment.
No, no, I'm-
Site plans and parking lots.
Right, but sometimes when you're going through a lot of great numbers,
Oh, the actual written report?
yeah, where you could,
That's something to discuss with the council, what they want to see for next year.
Yeah, we can definitely talk more about it, absolutely.
okay. Thank you very much.
Thank
Have
you,
a
Mr.
nice evening.
Bacon.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
All right, anyone else from public regarding the presentation by Chief Drew? No? Oh, yes. Of course, yes, please.
Not looking to cut the 2.5 million that we were under budget. It's
That's 3 years worth of money.
It's
2.5 over 3 years.
it's what we're looking for to go above that surplus. That's what I'm concerned about. So it's the additional budgeting that I'm concerned with, not that 2.5.
Okay.
I just want to be sure that I'm clear on that, because I do understand, and I think everybody on this council understands, that money comes back if it's not spent. Okay, the problem is that in order to raise that money, we're going to raise taxes. And that's where our money comes from. Thank you.
Okay,
Can I ask a quick question?
yes,
Of
please.
Deputy Chief Drew?
Sure.
Really, of everybody, right? Cars and vehicles cost more this year.
Definitely.
Gas costs more this year. Uniforms cost more this year. Equipment costs more this year.
I haven't seen any bills that have gone down for the police department.
Exactly. Right, and I think we all need to keep that in mind when we continue to deliver the stellar services that the township expects. Is that there are, did you say 1,700 line items in this budget? Most things just cost a little bit more. That's really all it is. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so that concludes the presentation portion of tonight's event. I guess you guys are free to go.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, thank you all. Yeah. Yeah. Could have fooled everyone. Thank you again, all three of you. All right, now let's move on to the consent agenda.
All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Thank you. 7-1.
Recognize National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, April 12th through the 18th, 2026.
Councilman Minikino.
Thank you. This resolution recognizes the week of April 12th through the 18th as National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week is an annual observance held during the second week of April to recognize the crucial role of the public safety telecommunicators who serve as the first point of contact in emergencies and help connect citizens to law enforcement, fire and rescue, and EMS personnel. Thank you.
Thank you. 7-2, please.
Recognize National Volunteer Week, April 19th through the 25th, 2026.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution recognizes April 19th through 25th as National Volunteer Week. This year's theme is Your Year to Volunteer. Captures the power of how volunteering can bring people together and build stronger, more vibrant communities through service. Thank you.
Thank you. 7-3, please.
Authorize acceptance of the 2025 annual audit.
Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution formally authorizes the acceptance of the 2025 audit. There were no findings in this audit. That's the best possible result. That reflects the hard work and acumen of our current, as well as our recently retired Chief Financial Officer and the entire Finance Department staff. Thank you.
Thank you. 7-4, please.
Authorize membership participation, the Interlocal Purchasing System, TIPS, National Cooperative.
Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes participation in the Interlocal Purchasing System National Cooperative. The township uses cooperatives in accordance with state guidelines to help expedite the purchasing process. These cooperatives ensure pricing and help municipalities access goods and services by doing all of the legwork in advance. Thank you.
Thank you. 7-5, please.
Authorize abandonment of bid, manufacturing and printing of tax bills.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the abandonment of bids for printing and manufacturing of tax bills. In March, the township received bids for the service. Bid notices were provided to 34 prospective bidders from our bidders list and 8 picked up bid packages. 1 bid was received. However, after reviewing the bid, tax collector recommended that we reject all bids and abandon the project. Instead of outsourcing this project, the tax collector will print the bills in-house.
Thank you. 7-6.
Authorize award of contract floodplain management plan.
Councilman Minikino.
Thank you. This resolution awards a contract for the township's 5-year floodplain management plan to Geosyntec Bloomfield. In March, the township received bids. 6 firms responded, and proposals were received by the township planner and the township engineers, who recommended award to the contract to Geosyntec Consultants based on their demonstrations and comprehensive understanding of the process and procedures required in the scope of the work of their experienced staff and support this project. Thank you.
Thank you. 7-7.
Authorize award of contract, maintenance and support for New World Public Safety Software Suite.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorized an award of contract for maintenance and support of the New World Public Safety software currently used by the Brick Police Department, dispatch to Tyler Technologies.
Thank you. 7-8, please.
Authorize award of contract, purchase and delivery of 76 LifePak CR2 defibrillators.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the award of contract in the amount of $223,213.60 for the purchase and delivery of 76 LifePak defibrillators to Stryker Sales, Chicago. The defibrillators will be used by the township's EMS department. This purchase is being made through the Sourcewell National Cooperative. Thank you.
May I interrupt for 1 second, Council President?
Yes.
I just want to point out, Chief Riccio was going to mention, and must have forgot, that we are getting reimbursed for this through the opioid grant.
Oh, wow.
Okay?
Okay. Excellent. Thank you.
Good news. That's good news.
All right. That brings us to 7-9.
Authorize sale of surplus property, IT equipment.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the sale of surplus equipment using the online auction service, Auction International. The auction will begin on Monday, April 27th at 10 a.m. and conclude on Monday, May 11th at 6 p.m. at www.auctionsinternational.com.
Thank you. 710, please.
Authorize special event permit, Laurelton Fire Company Car Show.
Councilman Minikino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes a special event permit for the Laurelton Fire Company to host a car show on September 20th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Windward Beach. Thank you.
Thank you. 711, please.
Authorize special event permit, preschool moving up ceremony.
Councilman Cohen.
This resolution authorizes a special event permit for a preschool moving up ceremony scheduled for June 19th at 5:30 to 7:30 at Windward Beach Park.
Thank you. 712.
Authorize special event permit, silent piano concert. Sorry, excuse me.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a special event permit for Mind Travel Foundation to host a silent piano concert from 7 to 9 p.m. on May 19th, June 15th, July 13th, and August 21st at Brick Beach 3. This live piano concert broadcast is a meditative event and will be held through wireless headphones. Thank you.
Thank you. 713.
Authorize special event permit, Bike MS Coast to Coast.
Councilwoman Reyna.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes a special event permit for the National MS Society's Bike MS Coast to Coast event, which will be held from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday, May 9th at Route 35 bike lanes, northbound and southbound. Thank you.
Thank you. 714, please.
Authorize special event permit, Steps for Hope 5K to Mile Walk.
Council Vice President Racino.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a special event permit for JAR of Hope's Steps for the Hope 5K 2-mile walk event from 7 a.m. to noon on Saturday, April 18th. The event starts at Icarus on Route 88 and ends at Windward Beach. Thank you.
Thank you. 715.
Authorize special event permit, pre-K celebration.
Councilman Minikino.
This resolution authorizes a special event permit for the pre-K celebration from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. June 15th at Windward Beach. Thank you.
Thank you. 716.
Authorize support for New Jersey Climate Superfund, Act S-3545/A-4696.
And before we do read this, there has been a change to the titles. The bill is now S-2388 and A-3735 due to a new legislative session. Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution supports the New Jersey Climate Superfund Act aimed at holding fossil fuel companies responsible for the damages caused by climate change. The act imposes liability on certain fossil fuel companies for funds needed for climate change adaptation projects and establishes a program in the DEP to collect and distribute these funds. Thank you.
Thank you. 717.
Inspection Fund Release, Block 321.02, Lot 19. Inspection Fund Release, Block 464, Lot 24. Inspection Fund Release, Block 1086.02, Lot 24.
Thank you. 718.
18A, senior deductions for 2025 at Block 321.16, Lot 17, Block 1192.03, Lot 12, Block 382.40, Lot 6, Block 1068.01, Lot 13, Block 1107, Lot 1.02, Block 1386, Lot 18, Block 380.02, Lot 43. 18B are veteran deductions for 2025, Block 1374, Lot 1.01, Block 1280.72, Lot 42, Block 121003, Lot 4, Block 1047, Lot 10, Block 945, Lot 29, Block 969.01, Lot 28, Block 870.10, Lot 14, Block 869.33, Lot 18, and Block 380.04, Lot 10.
Thank you. That brings us to the end of the consent agenda. Can I have a motion and a second on the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the resolutions only.
Good evening. My name is Jane Colrangan. I live on Custer Lane in the Herbertsville section of Brick. I was born in New Jersey. I've lived in Brick since 1968, and I taught here for 35 years. One of the subjects that I taught was science, and we instructed our students on the environment and protecting it, recycling, and climate change, among many other things. I am asking you to pass the resolution in favor of the Make Polluters Pay for an Affordable New Jersey. Brick has suffered from devastating effects of climate change in the past, and with sea level rise in New Jersey projected to be between 1 and 2 feet by 2050, we are likely to see much more. Make Polluters Pay for an Affordable New Jersey bill will put the financial burden on the repairing of infrastructure damages where it belongs, on the fossil fuel industries who knew the damage they were causing while cashing in. The taxpayers of Brick should not be paying to fix the problem. The polluters should pay. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you.
A little bit taller, right? Hi, my name is Ben Jobek. I am the executive director of CRAN, which is the largest Gen Z climate organization in New Jersey. As you can see, many of our fellow members are here from all across Brick, Ocean County, and some from Southern Monmouth. I grew up in Manasquan, so just relating, shore town, right? So just quick explanation of what this bill does, right? Polluters Pay for a More Affordable New Jersey Act. This is a cost recovery tool, right? If you've emitted more than 1 billion metric tons of greenhouse gases since 1995 forward and operated in the state of New Jersey, you would have to pay into a resiliency fund. You've done wrong, right? You emitted the emissions, right? And you have to pay. Municipalities are strapped across the board with flooding and issues with roads, bridges. You know, in our shore and coastal communities, it's just even more exacerbated, right? So what we're saying is that local municipalities specifically are getting access to $50 billion, $2.5 billion a year in funding that would support local resiliency projects to strengthen our roads, our bridges, to strengthen our energy system, right? So when storms happen, we're stronger. Down to even cooling centers for the summer and making sure municipalities for emergency services and anything in between has access to funding, right? And that also goes for public health initiatives and, you know, strong programs with the Department of Labor. We project that this bill would produce 18,000 new union jobs, right? And we are trying to deliver a more affordable New Jersey here, and we are really grateful for your support in passing this resolution. Big shout out to the mayor for helping us out. Big shout out to the council for making this possible. You now join over 70 municipalities across New Jersey who have passed this resolution, and we are excited to pass this bill in the legislature before the budget season. So we are really excited to work with y'all in the future. Press releases, we need our local electeds a part of this. So really grateful for today, and we're on the right side here and holding the largest corporations accountable, right? So thank you.
Thank you. Very well stated. Makes sense to me. All right, is there anyone else from public regarding the resolutions only? All right, seeing none, close public, roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
No to 16, yes to the rest.
Councilman Minichino.
Yes.
Councilman Reno.
No to 16, yes to the rest.
Councilman Cohen.
No to 16, yes to the... No to 16, yes to the rest.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Seems kind of
Like a no-brainer.
like a no-brainer. It'd be free money. Those who are voting no against free money, I don't get it. I'm going to vote yes. Thank you. I'm sorry, where are we? 7:19.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $2,232,801.83.
Thank you. Can I have a motion and a second on the computer bill resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that, thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the computer bill resolution only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Mendocino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Reno.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. Item 720, please.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Manual bill resolution, the amount of $4,117,690.81.
Thank you. Can I have a motion and a second on the manual bill resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public for questions on the manual bill resolution only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Mendocino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Reno.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. Moving on to item number 8.1, please.
Establish cap ordinance, or cap rate, I'm sorry.
Thank you. Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. By way of explanation, this is something that we do every year. This ordinance essentially allows the township to establish a cap bank for future use. The ordinance allows for increases for budget appropriations and allows the township to bank any unused budget appropriation. This cap bank ordinance allows the township to increase budget appropriations by 3.5% over the prior year's appropriations, and then to bank any unused appropriation room to be used over the next 2 succeeding years. This ordinance is, again, simply precautionary. It is not funded through a tax increase, since it is only consumed in subsequent years should we need to fund a one-time expenditure. The monies available by this cap rate index ordinance may be used to offset the costs of future disasters and the need for any future emergency appropriation. We are not actually generating any cash. We are simply creating the ability to raise money in the future should we need it. If the funds are not needed in the next 2 succeeding years, this cap bank is simply dissolved. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to ask for a motion and a second.
Motion.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public on this ordinance only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Mendocino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Reno.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. Thank you. Item number 8.2.
Bond ordinance 5-year life.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This explanation covers all the capital ordinances. The 2026 capital budget totaled $12 million. At the outset, the total requests for capital funds exceeded $20 million, but the department heads worked hard to back into manageable numbers. For DPW, parks, and buildings and grounds, $3.7 million is being requested. The sanitation requests include 2 automated garbage trucks, a jetback, a mason dump, a salter for the tandem truck, a tandem dump truck with a plow and salter, asphalt for paving jobs. For buildings and grounds, 2 F-250s with plows, HVAC replacement at the Cherry Quay batting cages, and in the police department. The township is also embarking on phase 1 of 2 for the ballistic glaze, also known as bulletproof, improvements. There is $495,534 in the budget to install ballistic glaze at the tax collector, municipal court, and the township clerk offices. Next year, in phase 2, we will do the tax assessor and building department. The Parks Department requests include resurfacing the pickleball court at Angela Hibbard Park, redoing the rubber safety surface at Traders Cove Playground, a rear loader garbage truck for leaf pickup, fencing, picnic tables, and shop tools. EMS is requesting $754,000 for 4 new power cots, replacement of 2 aging first responder vehicles, design costs for the renovation of Station 2 on Lanes Mill Road, portable trailers, a rehab trailer, and tactile ballistic vests and helmets. The building department has requested $36,344 for EV charging stations and equipment for a public station here at Town Hall. Purchasing is requesting a $17,000 folding machine. Seniors is asking for bus radios. Recreation requested $215,000 as a rough estimate for the township's third of the cost to renovate the Drum Point School Playground. $111,900 for various pieces of equipment for the marina and the installation of a pitching and catching batting cage tunnel at Drum Point Sports Complex. They also requested items needed for the beach operation. The Township's IT department requested $506,100 for the various items include PC replacement servers, cameras, and laptops, iPad for EMS, Tough Books for the police department, as well as interview room cameras. The police department requested $760,316 for rifles, suppressors, undercover vehicles, guns, holsters, a vehicle for traffic safety, a vehicle for the patrol supervisor, and 2 command staff vehicles, along with 3 additional electronic speed limit signs. Engineering has the most requests at just shy of $6 million. There is a significant investment on roadway improvements at Lions Head South, Mallard Park, Mallard Point, Herbertsville Estates, Riviera Beach, Midstreams, a section of Greenbrier, a section of Matitaconk, a section of Highland Pine, a section of Cedar Croft, a section of Midstreams, Tall Timber and Westview, and parts of Riviera Beach. Other projects include Elm Court and Elm Lane drainage reconstruction, Godfrey Lake culvert repair, Snake Road roadway elevation, Ward Drive roadway elevation, Princeton Ave pedestrian improvements, Herbertsville Road pedestrian improvements, bulkhead repair, landfill monitoring, landfill well maintenance, landfill slope repair, soil remediation at the old firing range, and improvements at the fire training center. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public. Close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rita.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. Moving on to item number 8.3.
Bond ordinance, 7-year life.
And again, these are for those items with a 7-year life expectancy. Is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public. Close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese. Yes. Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rita.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. 8.4, please.
Bond ordinance, 10-year life.
And again, this is for those items with a 10-year life expectancy. Can I have a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Copy that.
Got
Thank
a
you.
few of them.
Yeah, so many. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilwoman Rita.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. 8.5, please.
Bond ordinance, 15-year life.
Again, these are items for, with a 15-year life expectancy. Can I have a motion and a second?
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilman Rita.
Yes.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Ambrosino.
Yes.
President Feynman.
Yes. Thank you. Item number 8.6, please.
Amending Chapter 288-42, Schedule 7, adding Blake Circle as a thorough street.
Councilman Cohen.
Yes, item 12.
Brick Township Police Department, Traffic Safety Division requested this ordinance designating Blake Circle as a through street. This ordinance enables the side streets off of Blake Circle to post stop signs, which is particularly helpful for people visiting the community and not familiar with the Blake Circle loop. As one of the primary roadways in Greenbrier, Blake Circle spans approximately 1.45 miles and serves as a major artery for the community. It currently lacks the necessary traffic control measures for a road of its size, and there are documented speeding concerns. The ordinance allows for consistent traffic control at all 28 intersections. Installing additional 25-mile-per-hour speed limit signs along the 1.45-mile stretch of Blake Circle will help reinforce safe driving habits. Implementing these changes is a positive step toward ensuring the safety of Greenbrier residents and reducing the risk of accidents at uncontrolled crossings.
Thank you. Can I have a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Copy that. Thank you. Open to council. Seeing none, close council. Open to public. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilman Menachino.
Yes.
Councilman Reno. Yes. Councilman Cohen.
Yes.
Councilman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Evazino.
Yes.
President Feinman.
Yes. Item number 9, please.
Please note that each person addressing the council during any section of the meeting during which the public comment is permitted shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code Section 2-33B.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the public who has any comments? Seeing none? Oh, yes, sir. Doing okay.
My name's Chris Stack, and I'm stopping by. Better? All right. Sorry. So I'm stopping by real quick to take a few minutes of your time. Hopefully I can get in under 5 minutes. So this may not be the perfect venue, but I need to start somewhere. The high school has a junior ROTC program that apparently is at risk of being shut down. It's currently on probationary status due to the fact it only has 1 instructor. The contract requires 2. So, and I do know that the superintendent has been trying to do the best with what he has, with the resources, and I guess there's some trouble funding it. What can we do to help out? I'm a graduate of that program, and I can attest to the value that it does, because it affords people, young men and women, that opportunity for self-confidence, self-discipline, educational opportunities. Without that, I wouldn't have had a scholarship that allowed me to go off to get my bachelor's and receive my commission, to which I joined the Air Force myself. Retired a few years ago out of it, as a matter of fact. Had a pleasure, great time flying in the Air Force on AWACS, which is Flying Radar Station. So it's a very unique opportunity, and I would hate to see that program go away. Again, like I said, I personally have gone through that. I'm just curious as to what can we do. And when I say we, I don't mean like we. Where can I help out as well? So I'm just, what can be done?
So have you tried addressing the school board yet?
I have not. I have talked to the instructor over there a little bit about it. So, but I believe the next school board meeting is the 30th of April. So
I'm not sure, is that right? I'm not sure.
Council President, we do have a school board member here this evening.
Hi, but,
absolutely.
perfect, yeah.
Cool.
It's like a separate,
That's all I'm asking. Like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't know if this is the right avenue, and I'm at 3 minutes. I'm giving them back to you. I'm good.
outstanding. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excellent. All right. Is there anyone else from the public? Any comments? Seeing none, close public. Mr. Starkey.
Comments?
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Hello.
So-
At your service.
Yeah. All right. Mayor Crate.
Yes, just a couple of announcements. First, I would like to start with congratulating the kickoff of the season for the girls' recreation softball. I was there this afternoon just prior to the meeting, and very exciting seeing those girls out there on the field. I did not throw out the first pitch. I like to have a real pitcher do that, so we had a great pitcher throw out that first pitch, and congratulations to the girls at the beginning of their season. I know they're going to have a great season. And thanks to all the coaches who volunteer their time. That we would not have a season without them, so thank you to all the coaches and our recreation staff as well, who do all the planning that goes into that is immense. We do have a few events coming up on Saturday, May 2nd. I believe it's from 10 to 2. I think I have the timing right. The Brick Township Police Department is hosting a bicycle rodeo at Drum Point Elementary School, and we invite you to come out and join us for that. They will be reviewing all sorts of bike safety tips. This is for people, kids and people of all ages. So it's from kids learning how to ride a bike all the way up to e-bike safety and everything in between. It's a lot of fun. They hosted it last year at Lanes Mills. This year they're moving it, or actually Brick Memorial. This year we're moving it across town, taking turns with each side of town. The entire town is invited to attend. There will be, I believe the Mr. Softy ice cream truck will be there for ice cream purchases if you like. And there's also a lot of great giveaways. And our police department, our great police force will be out there to talk about bicycle safety, answer any questions you may have. There's a fun course for the kids to ride through, so make sure you bring your bikes. And we hope to see you there for that event. Also, on May 2nd, we are doing a pollinator garden cleanup at Havens Homestead. We want to get that pollinator garden, it is our community garden, cleaned out in time for our green fair that's coming up in a few weeks. And we would like to make sure that, you know, we do a little weeding, we clean up the area, we plant some fresh plants for anything that might have died over the winter. So you are welcome to join us at Havens Homestead at our community pollinator garden on May 2nd. We will be there from 10 to 12, and we hope you can join us for that. There will be our next pickup brick is taking place at Riverwalk Refuge. That is Saturday, May 25th. That will be from 10 to 12. And we invite the public to come out to that as well. If you go on our website, there is a spot where you can click to sign up. You don't have to officially sign up to attend, but we do like to kind of have a head count in mind. And if you have a student that is looking for community service hours, this is the perfect 2 hours to get while walking through beautiful trails in Brick Township. So you're invited to come out for that. Also on May 25th, we have our first of 2 semi-townwide yard sales. We split it this year, so the north side will be hosting their town side yard sale on May 25th as well. That's all day. It is rain or shine. If it really rains, just have your yard sale on Sunday. You know, it's hard to, we can't predict the weather, but that will be the north side. So if you want to shop on the 08724 side. Right now we have over 70 homes signed up, and we expect that number to be higher as the date goes up, or as the date gets closer. Did I say May? Oh, God. It's April. I'm going back. I'm so sorry. You know why? Because the pollinator garden was May. Yes. I jumped ahead. I just traveled through time. I want you to go back in time now. Forget everything I just said about the dates. The pollinator garden is May 2nd, but the pickup brick is April 20th. That's why it wasn't matching up on my calendar. Oh, my gosh. My bad. The pickup brick at Riverside Refuge is April 25th. I'm so sorry. And the townwide yard sale is May 25th. Nope. Still April 25th. I can't do it. I wrote May on my paper, and that's what I'm looking at. So, you know what? Just go on the website and get the right. We want you to come. If you show up and we're not there, you can still pick up garbage. It's fine. Okay. What I really do want to take a moment to talk about is the resolution that the Township Council passed this evening regarding the polluters pay to make New Jersey more affordable. I appreciate the votes yes on the council for this. I think this is an important resolution for us to pass in support of this bill. Here's what I want to say about this. I do not have a high level of concern for fossil fuel companies. The cost of this bill being passed for them is honestly the cost of them doing business. It's a drop in the bucket. It's not going to make or break any of these companies that would participate in this. I have a concern for Brick Township residents specifically as mayor here in Brick, and the impact of climate change here in Brick Township is quite evident as the time that I have spent on both council and as mayor. Quick fact for those people that don't recognize this, Brick Township has the most waterfront property in the entire state of New Jersey. And every single person that lives on the waterfront is impacted. Sunny day flooding, rainy day flooding, flooding on a whim, and we recognize that here in Brick Township. And the ability to get this bill passed by the legislature at the state level is immensely important for us, not only because we do have those huge impacts that residents pay for daily, not only in monetarily, but in inconvenience and in damage to their homes oftentimes. We simply want a seat at the table. And with the passage of this legislation, that gives Brick Township, again, with all of the waterfront property that we have in this township, a seat at the table. With all of the beaches we have in this township, our bay properties, our river properties, and everything in between. gives us the opportunity for us to have funding that helps with infrastructure changes that need to be made in order to keep our residents safe. It allows us to deal with issues that impact our electricity and our upgrading to roads, as we need to raise roads as things happen here in the township. We all lived through Superstorm Sandy. We know what that was like. We know the impact of that. And we know that the probability of other weather events like that happening is becoming more frequent. And we want to be here so that we can sit at the table when this passes and have a voice for what the residents of Brick Township need. So I thank the council members that voted to pass this resolution. It is simply a resolution that is in support of getting this legislation passed at the state level. And I appreciate your yes votes, and I look forward to hopefully having this pass at the state level. So when that happens, Brick Township can be the first town to pull a seat up and have a conversation about what that means positively for our residents and how we can help them further. So thank you.
Well done. All right, good crowd tonight. Ms. Bergen.
I think I've spoken enough tonight. I'm good, thank you.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Madam Clerk.
No, thank you. I think I'm pretty good at speaking tonight as well.
Okay.
I'm losing my voice.
All right, thank you. Thank you for your service tonight. Madam Secretary. Councilman Albanese.
Yes, thanks to all the presenters tonight. Congratulations to everybody who's sworn in, and the groups that were recognized. That'll be all.
Thank you. Councilman Minikino.
Same thing, I'd like to thank the officers that were sworn in, the dispatchers. I have a little soft spot in my heart for dispatchers. As my past life, I've represented them. If you've never seen them in action, maybe you should try. I've seen them answer the phones. They are the first responders. They are the ones that talk that pregnant woman through her birth when nobody's around. They talk everybody up. Somebody that fell, can't get up, they talk them to be calm. They tell them somebody's on the way. They let that person know somebody's coming, how to get in the house. There's a lot that they do that we don't see, and they're right. It's 24/7, 365. There is no days off for them. The library, thank you for everything you guys do. And the budget presentations, thank you. They were awesome. That's it.
Thank you. Councilwoman Reyna.
Yes, I did want to take this opportunity to share my appreciation for attendance at the Powers and Duties of the Municipal Governing Body offered by Rutgers last weekend. It was definitely worthwhile and learned additional information, so appreciate being able to attend that. I want to congratulate our 8 new officers and also share my appreciation for the comprehensive budgets that were presented here this evening. And then lastly, with respect to number 16, so I have completed research on this topic, and I don't want to get into a dispute about climate change, but I will say that in the last legislative session, this act was considered stalled and considered dead. There are concerns about higher energy costs, and it fails to include substantial, cost-effective alternatives. So that is the rationale for my no vote. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Cohen.
So I too attended the class last Saturday presented by Rutgers. It was extremely informative. I appreciate the opportunity to have gotten a little more education as I sit up here. I'd like to put, again, congratulations to our 8 new officers. They are starting a career in one of the best police departments in the state of New Jersey, as far as I'm concerned, and always has been. Back to the day when I met the officer whose badge number was 1. I was 11 years old. So I've watched our police department grow into an amazing organization with incredible people from the police camp, in the schools. Mentioning the schools, did want to state the gentleman who came up here to discuss the ROTC program. He's back there talking to George, who is on the school board. The ROTC program is also near and dear to my heart. I was very upset when I saw they were talking about possibly canceling that program. Because of that program, my son today is a gunny sergeant in the U.S. Marine Corps. He has his master's degree in cybersecurity. Extremely proud of him, and all of that is because of that ROTC program. So please go to our next school board meeting and voice your concerns about the cancellation of a program that has been nothing but instrumental in bringing our children forward and teaching the responsibilities of good citizenship and of the rewards of serving the U.S. military, as my son, my daughter, myself, and 37 other family members have since World War II. As far as number 16 goes, I am not anti-climate at all, but there is, our president mentioned the fact that he doesn't want to pass up free money. There is no such thing as free money. That money comes from somewhere. This bill will only increase the cost to the taxpayers, as it will be passed on to the public. It's just another feel-good measure that has not been thoroughly thought out. The basis behind it is a good idea. I don't dispute that. But the oil companies are not going to pay. You, the public, are going to pay an increased costs that right now in a state that is unaffordable, we cannot afford any more dollars being added to the cost of energy. In the end, I believe that this bill is going to hurt the taxpayers of Brick and of our state. It needs to be reworked, and they need to actually figure out and put into this bill that the cost of it will not be passed on to the taxpayer or to the ratepayer or to the person buying gasoline, electricity, whatever energy it is you're using. With that, I would like to thank the presenters tonight that presented their budgets. They did an amazing job. Listening to our BA drum on and on. I had to pick on you, I had to. But there was some great information in there, and definitely some budgeting concerns. As we promised, we will go through this budget line by line and do what we can to save the taxpayers of Brick as much as we can. Thank you, and have a great evening. Mr. President.
Thank you. Councilwoman Travers.
I also just simply wanted to congratulate all the police officers that were sworn in tonight, and again, the department heads for being so transparent and always giving us so much helpful information, and for all the hard work that the EMS and police staff always do. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Council Vice President Ambrosino.
Thank you, Council President. Am I the first to remember to thank our Girl Scouts for leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening? A sincere thanks to them for that. They were all very, very cute. I'd like to thank all of our department heads that spoke this evening, Business Administrator Ms. Bergen, Chief Riccio, and Deputy Chief Drew for their budget presentations, and furthermore for, sincerely, the hard work that their very large departments do on our behalf day in and day out. I also want to thank the Ocean County Library System, especially our Brick branch. My family is a big consumer of the library. They have fantastic services. And lastly, I want to congratulate all new 8 police officers, including Katie Lapointe, Zachary Meany, Riley LaFay, Stephen Albanese Jr., no relation, Andrew Farnkoff, Anthony Farino, Mark McDermott, and Justin Iannarone. These are all young men and women that what I heard repeatedly was grew up in Brick, grew up in Brick, grew up in Brick. Just like me and Councilman Albanese, I think that they exemplify the concept of a generational community that we're establishing here in Brick Township. So congratulations to them, and thank you to our Brick PD. And that's it. Good night.
Thank you. I'm still hung up on that number 16, and I really appreciate the explanations that were provided. And Councilman Cohen, you said the taxpayers were going to pay. I don't know how that would work. It seems like the taxpayers would be the ones receiving our portion of the 50 billion. you know, you had a couple questions for the presenters about overtime or, you know, particular police officers. So it just is a little bit confusing for me when we have our share of 50 billion on the table. So that's all I have to say about that. So as Mayor Crate mentioned, that the rec department had our opening day for softball. I am one of the coaches. I don't know. Yeah, my pleasure. The Dragons have a real chance this year. I'm happy to report it's kid pitch. It's no longer coach pitch, so that makes all the difference.
Faster pitches.
Yeah, fast pitches, yeah. But I do want to give a shout out to the rec department. Matt, Jeff, and Michelle for putting up with all of the coaches, such as myself, all of the parents, all of the players, all of the schedules, the practices, the games. It's not easy, so I just want to give them a shout out. I really appreciate all that they do. And then lastly, today is my daughter's birthday. So let it be known for the record, I'm here, missing the dinner and the cake, and at this point now the presents, because I'm sure he's getting ready for bed soon. But I'd rather be here with all of you. So happy birthday, Annie. Stay safe, have fun. Next scheduled public meeting will be held here Tuesday, April 28th, which is my birthday.
We'll have to have a cake.
Yeah, we should. I like that. At 7 p.m. Can I have a motion and a second to adjourn?
Motion.
Copy that. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.